Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackHere.com, and today we're going to do another one of those MotoAmerica SportBikeTrackHere.com Junior Cup updates. This would be episode number 6. Okay, so we are getting ready to go to Road America. This is another brand new racetrack to Max. This starts a real serious leg of travel for us. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to go. Tomorrow, Max and I are heading to Wisconsin, right? We'll be there Wednesday night. Thursday, we're gonna get in there for move-in, get set up, get the bike teched. Friday, qualifying and practice. Saturday, of course, qualifying and racing. Sunday, warm up and racing. We'll then pack our stuff up on Sunday. Monday, we're gonna drive to another track. We're gonna do one day of testing at a racetrack that we'll be going to later in the year. We're gonna take advantage of that, see if it helps the kid out a little bit. Then we'll return home. We should make it home from the drive, let's say, probably Wednesday night. We're home Thursday, we're home Friday, maybe Saturday, and then it's time to head for the Ridge. We're driving all the way out to Washington State, right? The whole family's going, me, Max, Sophia, my wife Marcine. We're gonna drive out to Washington State, make a little mini vacation, couple of quick stops, see some cool shit along the way, right? Racing, qualifying, the whole nine, and then we're gonna head back. We should be back, it's probably 3 days of driving, so we should be back Wednesday night if all goes well, right? From there, we will have one weekend at home. It's gonna be 4th of July weekend, actually, I think. And then Max and I are gonna load up and head out for Laguna Seca in California, another big, long drive. My wife and my daughter, Sophia, they're gonna stay home. They're gonna fly out. We've got one of our accounting staff is out for that one weekend there. Her son's getting married, so she's off for a few days, so Mars has to stay here and cover for a very long story, so we're gonna do our California round, and then my wife and daughter will fly back. Max and I will get in the truck and drive all the way back from California to Michigan. If all goes well, we should be here Wednesday. So that's like a whole month, basically, right? We are only gonna be here in the shop, the two of us, for, man, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 days over the entire month. Do what we can from the road. We got a great team of people here. This is a big undertaking. This is probably bigger than I expected when I first decided to do it. We're having a lot of fun. We're making a lot of great memories, but we're also doing a lot of work. We got a lot of funny stories. We're gonna tell a couple of those, and we're gonna show you one of the changes we made to the bike that I think is gonna help Max at Road America. Okay, we're gonna have an install, or basically a breakdown video focusing on this part. This is the Evol Technologies Ninja 400/Yamaha R3 clip-on set. These are much lower than what we were running. If you look at pictures of Max in the corner, I mean, he looks like, if I think of an old AMA pro, right? Larry Pegram, that dude was super straight up and down in the corners, and that's kind of Max's riding style too. He doesn't hang off mega far. We were previously running, and this is a great set of clip-ons, and I'm gonna go through a little bit of this right now. This is the Woodcraft Ninja 400 specific clip-on set. They offer a little bit of a rise, right? A little lower than stock, but certainly higher than these. And that's just to give you an idea of about roughly where they would set, okay? We've been running these. What's super nice about those is you don't have to do any bodywork modifications. These work with the OEM bodywork, or really any of the race bodywork, without any trimming. But it was time to make a change. So we went with these Evol, and like I said, I'm gonna break these down in another video. But what I want to show you is what I had to do to get these to work, okay? They're a lot farther out, they're a lot wider now, and they are a lot lower than they were. The kid rode it around the parking lot. That was our testing for it. He liked the way they felt. He's excited for Road America. But when you look at our setup here, motor holders, fairing stay, you still need the gauge cluster mount, this plastic piece. This is what that stock piece looks like. This is from our spare bike. In order to continue to mount the gauge cluster, I needed this piece here. And for Armor Body's race body work, you need this front piece here, right? Because there is no fiberglass back in this spot. I also needed this mount right here, which mounts the side plastic trim, the OEM trim that we reuse, and of course the race bodywork upper. Had to get a little creative, do a little bit of trimming to make it all happen. All right, like I said, we'll have a full follow-up video on this where I just focus on the part, and you can see here, like previously, this was all, right, one solid piece right here. That's gone now. A lot of work to get it right because you don't want any clearance issues where the controls are coming in contact, right? Like this specifically here, the brake lever. You know, I really was pretty fussy about zero contact. Even at full sweep, you very rarely, right, would ever turn the bars that far. This does have the Norton steering stop on it. Spent a lot of time on this. I think we got a good end result, and we're really excited to get to the track and see if that makes a difference for Max. As you know, there's not a lot you can do to this bike. At the end of the day, the motor package is so basic. It's the engine guy's hardly making any changes. Of course, you got suspension, front and rear, some brakes, and that's about it. So far, the Spears Racing HM data acquisition system has been beneficial, right? That's helped us get gearing set up, understand what Max is doing on the racetrack. You can go over the track map and see when I'm on the stick, when I'm off the stick, how deep he's on the brakes, so on and so forth. So that's worked out well. Hopefully we get some positive feedback from these bars. If not, I'm ready to install the other stuff. So let's talk now, let's tell a little more stories about what it takes to pull this stuff off, okay? Just to give you a little glimpse of like what our weekend and week thus far look like. We're up here, we had some trailer tire issues. We're replacing trailer tires already, 12,000 miles, losing tires, it happens, right? Nails, we're plugging tires, welding some E-track together, right? Making some more modifications inside the trailer. We have an air conditioner that we have on order. It didn't all show up yet, so we don't have that installed for this round. I might take that with me on the road and start installing it in between sessions at the racetrack just to get it done. Yesterday was probably one of the funniest days. We're here at the shop, it's Monday, it's a big busy day. On Mondays, I help to process orders just to get the team over the hump. I have to get in there and answer all my YouTube comments, I have to answer any negative reviews, and then I have to, of course, answer emails and do other clerical stuff that's really no fun. Didn't get to do any fun stuff yesterday. Then I changed the differential fluid on my 76 Trans Am. The clutch pack was kind of howling when it was a little hot. It felt a little slip and grip back there, so that limited slip stuff from General Motors. If you're an old mechanic, you'll know you have to put an additive in there. That stuff is really nasty. It looks like it's been in there for a couple of decades, so I got that changed, got home. I had to install a back flush line on my little fish pond gig. I have these little fish I've had for like 5 years. They were little goldfish, now they're huge. I love these fish, they're very important to me, so some pond maintenance. That took hours, put a new light at the bottom of the pond, and then I went in, I hit a nice workout, and then I texted the kid and I said, you know, we have to cut that tree down that's in the wetlands because it's dropping all this shit in the pool and it's just screwing the yard up. And I looked at my calendar and I'm starting to freak out because I'm never gonna be home again, right? So at 11 o'clock at night, Max and I are in the wetland behind the pool with a handsaw and a hatchet. Kind of like George Washington, right? And we chopped this tree. This thing's probably, I was this big around at the base, right? And it was leaning towards the house and the fence. Chopped this thing down, right? Took maybe 20 minutes, fell it into the wetlands where she stands now. Go into the garage, the neighbor sees me, says hi. He sees the hatchet, he's like, what are you doing? Did you just cut that tree down with that hatchet? And I said, I did. And my neighbor actually did offer, he's like, you know, I would have just paid my guy to do it for you. And I said, that would be nice, but then my son wouldn't know how to cut a tree down with a handsaw and a hatchet, which I think is a skill everybody needs to know. So that is what my week has looked like thus far. We're getting ready to get the trailer loaded up so Max and I can head out tomorrow. If you are in the vicinity of Road America, come on out. The events have been fantastic. The fans, right? The attendance is huge at VIR, was huge at Road Atlanta. A lot of excitement. The paddock is super awesome. We're gonna be there giving away t-shirts, doing some racing. Maybe the kid puts it on the box. There you have it. There is my rant update number 6, pre-Road America. soon.